In the middle of page Kuf Yud, So in the middle of discussing, which interesting, very, very long arichas, what is the Indian of what's after the Gunecha? What's after the Gunecha means the biurim of all the Aveda they describe. A person does everything l'shem shamayim, and to that he collects all the dvarim gashmit alikus. And he finished saying that that's also what it says, Al tirunish al nishcha cheres, and ma'asev dvarim gashmit alikus, and the Ikar is the beetle. So that we get to the beetle telikus. Then he said, the last thing we said was, Al tirunish al nishcha cheres, the fasting as shemesh. It says the interesting pshat, that shemesh means the shilhuva de Musa, the fiery flame of Avas Hashem, and that shafasni, that shchacheres is mission beetle. Dark means the opposite of expression, the meaning of beetle. So the beetle is a result of the Avas Hashem. The Shor Masfas Nasa Shachrus, that's like about a word from the bottom of the page of Kufyut. The Hebrew created the world, everything is parallel, the parallel creation in the world of Klippa, to Umas, parallel to Gdush. Just like he described this flame of Avos Hashem, of love, in Gdusha, there's also a concept of flame of love and desire, and what's the other word? The fiery excitement of things that are not Kedusha. That's the Chmimus Hatayv. A person is very much verkocht in the worldly things. So it says, Bnei Chom means not only Pashtas, the children of Chom, the Mitzrayim, also Chom is Moshe Chmimus. So the Chmimus de L'umas, that's Adas Bnei Chom. והי ממחס צירופים האחרונים המרבים ומסתירים גם על הריכוס, מחשר מעלים ער נפש הריכיס. Chom is Gematria Memches, 48. We know that we learned this in Mamorim, that we said earlier that the Rikim, the word Rikim, Kuf Chaf, there's 120 page of text. We learned Kuf Chaf Tzirufim. The 120 Tzirufim combinations of the 5 letters of Shem Rikim. The 120 are broken down in 2 parts. There's 48. The last 48, which is, what is, how does it work? If you look at the combination, which I think related to, start with Yud Mem, if I remember. The last, when you say 120, so 48 of them are the laws. That's the Gematria from Ches. So that's the Omal. The Omal. Amal Melacha. So the Avodah is to overcome the Memches Tzirufim Achrein, the other Nechom, the Chamimus of Kedusha of Lumazeh. So to overcome this Chamimus, you need Amal Melacha. Amal Melacha is the effort, the exertion to overcome the hell. It's also called Omol Sha'amolik. Amolik is the Isis, it doesn't matter. Amolik is Isis Omol Locha. 1 second, I just want to look it up for a second. Um, second. Where is it? Mm. Okay, I don't see the source for it, but so it looks like one of the Midrashim says that the word Amalek, Amalok, the Amal, which is I think Loko is Miloshin, it's a punishment. So Amalek, there's a certain level of Amal. Okay, but I said Amal Malacha means positive, but he's still talking about the negative part. He calls it Amal Malacha. Because Amal da Amalek, Amal Loko, Chinas Elam Vesta Gomel. It's a level of it's an Amal Malach means he preoccupied with the negative, which we called earlier the Atas Bnei Chom. As the Omar Ma Isan Ladam B'chol Amol Shiyam Atachas Hashemesh. So that's the remez in the pasuk in Kehelis. Ma Isan Ladam B'chol Amol Shiyam Atachas Hashemesh. There's no advantage in the Omal, which is Tachas Hashemesh. That's the Omal Malach. Omal Malach means the Omal. I mean, I'm taking back what I said before. That so at this point, he said Malacha means like a negative. It doesn't preoccupied with Abnei Chom, but Taivas Olam. That's really the simple meaning of Malacha. That's a Malacha Tachas Hashemesh. Why is it called Tachas Hashemesh? Ein Shemayim Magam Al Hashemesh. So that is the Amal Malacha is Tachas Hashemesh means it's Tachas in the sense that it's not Shemesh. It's Elim, Ma'alim Al Hashemesh. Again, so the meaning of Tachas Hashemesh can also have two meanings. Tachas Hashemesh means where you get shine, you get the Ziva Shemesh, you get the light of the Shemesh. Tachas Hashemesh can also mean that in this case, we learn the opposite. Tachas Hashemesh means it doesn't have Shemesh. There's no Shemesh. The Ine Ba'al Malacha is based in Yonim. So he says Amal Malacha itself really the two levels. Aleph Amal Malacha Anal. This Amal Malacha we just described. The Malach of the Chadas Necham, the Chamim is the Lumazit. It's Omal. It's a lot of hard because effort. The person is very much overcome by Tavis Eilam. It's also called the Malach. But then there's the Gdush. You know, it's after the Nechaj. Gam Malach, the Gdush. So we made a Samal Malach of Lumaz that is Tachas Hashem. That's Adas Necham. The Amal Malacha the Kedusha, that's what's after the Ganechat we said earlier, the bittul. The Amal Malacha Zes, that's level of Amal Malacha Nichla B'chal Amal Peh. Earlier, but top of page Kuf test, but the Gemara that any idea in Lama Pel Malach, they says so. Over there it talks about Malach in a negative sense. Malach in the post is busy but worldly matters. But it says there is a Malach of the Kedush, that's really part of a Mal Pe, which means the effort of the mouth, which is a positive thing. Shamal Sicha. So again, he already said any Amal Pe, any idea, Amal Sicha, Amal Sicha, Amal Teira. So he says the Sicha means the two levels. There's Amal Malach, which is part of Amal Pe. That's Amal Sicha. That's called the effort of Sicha, Vuin and Tefillah. Like the Gemara says, Ein Sicha El Tefillah. Tefillah lo nikiyatem b'fnei Hashem ishpech Sicha. Sicha means the talking to the Eibashter, this tefillah, the prayer, that's the sicha. Amal sicha, pirush sicha. Sicha has a different meaning. Maram is lashon hasacha. Hasacha means movement. Hazaza. Hazaza means a person moves. He shakes. V'hainu sheniza is minyanim achumrim. So sicha is in the sense of hasacha v'hazaza. He moves himself and shakes himself off from his material interests. That is Amal Sicha, which is Bitla Likus. The Amal Zetzach is Ba'avoida. This is the Amal that we need. Avodas Hashem Lavar, Zach Nashem Schol Dvar Magash. In order to elevate and to refine Nefesh Habamis and Chol Dvar Magashmim, that's the union of Amal Sicha, the effort and the exertion to reach this level of Bittul. V'nika Amal Sicha, and that's why it's called Amal Sicha. This is a Ba'avoda V'Yigia. Why is it called Amal? Why is it called Amal, which means effort? Because it's a result of Avoda V'Yigia. It's a result of a lot of hard work. Hein be'etzem Avoda Nefesh Habamis. There are two parts. Number one, the fact that he deals with his own Nefesh Habamis, his own animal direction, animal interests. Sheyovin gam hu, that Nefesh Habamis should also understand its innerly, should also recognize and understand godliness, and should be inspired to have love and interest in the likus. That makes him lose his interest in materialism, material matters. And that, in order to reach that stage, that he should be able to transform his Nefesh Habamis. Nefesh Habamis should lose its interest in material things and be totally devoted to likus. That requires a lot of effort. It's a spiritual effort and a physical effort. To reach that level, the Nefesh Habamis should lose its interest in materialism. And he says that's part one, to be able to convince the Nefesh Habamis. Convince the Nefesh Habamis. He should understand and he should be inspired. There's even more. They should say, connected. It's interesting. It breaks it down into two parts. Not only, number one, Nefesh Habamis has its own interests. Nefesh Habamis is interested in Taivas. And it's a hard work to convince him to lose his interest. Gam is even more than that. It's connected. It's fighting. It's not just because it's not his nature. The two things. Let's say let's imagine there's another person outside. There's a person, he doesn't speak the language, he's not interested. So you have to invest effort, he should be interested. But he says it's more than that. It's connected. Not only is he not interested in the cause, he's fighting against it. Not only is the Netzor like passively disinterested, it's more active. Right? He doesn't want to be bottled. He doesn't want to reach the stage of beetle. That's why that's always fighting and interferes. Tanya describes our the way we deal with it. It's like two people who in a struggle, wrestle. We wrestle, two people wrestling. So two people are fighting each other. So that's a martial. The way we deal with the Eitzor. It's not only that the Eitzor is something passive. It's not interested. He's fighting back. That's why the davening is called in Zer Shaskov, time of a battle. It's a during davening. We have the milcham and nafesh ha'ba'amis to overcome nafesh ha'ba'amis who's fighting against his own interests. Not only that, later after davening, when it comes to living life itself, requires more effort and more battle. The expression is that you eat with a sword, which means that eating, which is also a physical experience, is also a battle. You battle with a tivus. You should not, your mind should not be preoccupied with the gashmi is like a taiva, but it should be l'shem shamayim. So that's another effort of higiyah. Higiyah nocham. רק כשמנצח מלחמה ותפילה, אז בנוקל מנצח בפוילס, הכוונה לשם שמיים. So it says in explain the time, if a person doing davening reaches the stage of Menatseach, he feels that he won the battle against the Eitzor, he won over the Eitzor, then it's easier after davening to eat Lashem Shemayim. So all this describes it's all the description of the Omal. The Omal. Amal Sicha. The Omal that our Avodah it's an effort. It's a lot of hard work. You have to fight. You have to fight, do something, overcome the nature of Nefesh HaBamis, to fight it. So this Avodah we just described, Amal Sicha, the Avodah in davening and then in eating. That's called Avdi. Why Avdi? Because she avoided by again and Shama that Mavashes the goof, second of Sanaf Shavams. So that all this expresses the great effort and the hard work of the neshama to repair the nefesh habamis, to elevate the physical tivus, etc. So that's amal sich. Amal deraisa le'el mishimsh. Bashenkin amal deraisa is different. The amal Torah, it's a different mode of avodah. That's called the Maila Mishimsh, the Leila Mishimsh, above the Shemesh. The Namal Sicho, like we just said, that even Namal Sicho is also Tachas Shemesh, which means below the Shemesh. V'haina she'akal p'nes Shemesh Havaya, Ta'ani Havaya u'shmi p'nes Shem v'or levad. So again, first he spoke about Tachas Shemesh in the Amal Melocha de Le'umaz. Over there, Tachas Shemesh meant that it's dark. It's like what's the lashon? And Shemayim Magam El Hashem. That was the in the Amal Melocha de Le'umaz. The Amal Melocha de Gedusha de Le'umaz, which is the Amal Sicha. Over there, it's also Tachas Shemesh. But there, Tachas Shemesh means, like we explained earlier in page Kuftes, the Shemesh, Shemesh is only a ziv. It's only a ray. It's only a radiance of the liquid. It's not the essence. Like he said, and Yavayu Shmi. It's called Tachas Shemesh. Shemesh Havaya. Shemesh Magen Havaya Likim. Shemesh Zavaya. But Shmi Shem Havaya. Shmi means it's only my name, which the name in this context signifies the idea of Ha'or Ba'alma. It's only something external, just like a name of a person. It's not a person, it's just his name. It's a way to, it's a handle to way to call him, but it's not him. What does it mean? Shema. Amal Torah, Amal Deraisa, that we reach the highest level, which is Atmas himself. This means the essence, not just the Ha'ora, but the essence. The Kosu, like we said, it says the Pasuk said, we brought earlier on the Maimer, Voya Dvorim Eila Shanech Metzav Chayirim. So it says, Anoichi Metzavcha, the Dvorim, the Torah is Anoichi Metzavcha. Who commands it? The Madrega of Anoichi. Anoichi Mish Anoichi Cholu Kanal. There's the Madrega of Etzem. That also explains what it says in other, we learned in other Maimer. You have the three Kavim, Ashlesh Dvorim Eila Maimer. Torah is the Kavim Tzoy. Shamash is Pnimis HaKesef. It reaches all the way to Pnimis HaKesef, which means to the Etzem. Amala Deraisa. So what does Amala Deraisa mean according to this? My Pnimis HaTorah. Torah Bichlal is Etzem. But Amala Deraisa, that level of Deraisa which we reach to Amal, to special effort, as the Pnimis. Just like the regular effort means it's something deeper, something more intense. So that's really a Molderais. Molderais is a deeper level in Torah Gufa, the Pnimis Torah, which is Sosim Derais. It says in there, the classic Shalom, it's the three things that tie us together. The Reis, we saw the Reis of the Sosim of Raisa is connect the Sosim, this Sosim, and Sosim of Kuchabrich.
I'm sorry, why is called Amar Sicha, the first part?
That's Amar Torah, not Amar Sicha. Amar Sicha, that's the field.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Amar Sicha, or because it's just the Sicha is it's just the fila, or the other things as well. Say that Yisrael Hora and Bitur of Yisrael Hora and Hachno and all these things also included, no?
Yeah, of course. And it says Sicha Mlosh Nasacha Vazaz. Sicha means to overcome the Yitzhak.
No, but Sicha is the lotion of the speech, no? Sicha sin.
But Tefillah ain't Sicha Ela Tefillah. Sicha is Lashon speech. The speech of Tefillah plus not some what type of Tefillah? The Milchama, the Shas Leisa Shas Tova. The Milchama, B'Shas the Tefillah, which is the Azazah, the movement of the beetle of the Nefesh HaBamis. That's the Madreg of Halal Sicha, the beetle of Nefesh HaBamis. Which is Tachas HaShemesh, which is only related to Nefesh HaBamis. Shekin Amal Torah reaches a higher level, which is the Etzem HaNefesh. Okay, that's what he says here. Okay, right. Okay, but now he tells us something new. So Amal Torah means not stam learning Torah, not stam learning Pnimis Torah. It's more than that. Who avoided the Etzem HaNeshama. Amal Torah, Amal Deraisa means the avoid of Etzem HaNeshama. The level of avoid, not the avoid of Bir and Nefesh HaBamis. That's the connection of the Etzem HaNeshama to the Eibishter. This Kashman is absolutely soft. Connect directly with the Atzmas. Bo'inyan Ava Betanugim. That's not the Ava. It's not the Ava, but it said earlier. What did it say earlier? After Shalhu B'Derechimus, so it's higher than that. It's Ava Betanugim. It's not Ava Rish Peish, it's Ava Tanug. Rish Peish means, usually fire means that you break something, you burn, you want to undo. Because a fire, it's Machal, Nefesh HaBamis, beetle. Tanugim, Ava Tanugim means it's a lot out of state of kindness, of delight. To have the full delight in Elikus at Kaloisa, this place on Nefesh, and it's not place on Nefesh means they expire from time, which of course Ostis Anek Al Havaya, and that's Marum is in the Pasuk Ostis Anek Al Havaya, the Mailam Shema. So that's above Havaya. Havaya is like we said earlier, that's Shmi, that's only an external expression, and Al Havaya. Isanik is Al Havaya, the Havaya is above Havaya, that's the Etzem which is above the Gil. So this madrega we just spoke now, the Etzem HaNeshama, which is the Avatanugim, that's Marumas in the name Yisrael. Yisrael, earlier he said Yisrael in the Lashon Li'Roish. The Yisrael contains the letters Li'Roish, that's the Roish. It's more than the Roish, it says shiur Keil. Shiur means the song. Song is a reference to this tiny HaNeshama Elikus. So these are the two. So to summarize what you spoke all along is the two avodas of Yaakov and Yisrael. So in the avodah of Yaakov, we have two stages: the low level avodah of Yaakov, which was what was it? The avodah of Behurim, like the Naan, and then he said even higher, even the higher avodah, it's still is Yaakov. Yisrael, which is Avaya. You know, there's Tachas Hashemesh Sicha. Then there is Avaya, Shemesh Avaya. Then there's the Al Avaya, which is even higher. Zero Kines, so zero base Marinus.
That's not almost.
I can't hear
The
what?
Avo B'Tanugim,
Yeah.
the Avo B'Tanugim is not the almost. It's not the almost. This is already.
Ein Achanam. That's, I think that's the smash, but that's above. You're right. That maybe it's above almost. It's possible. First, you're right. It doesn't fit. Let's see what he's going to say later. Yes, it's above almost.
While we are on this topic, we spoke about that the higher than the Avo B'Tanugim is the Ira Ilah. So if it has
okay, that's a different point. So he doesn't talk about Ira.
No, I know, but I'm saying that because Avo B'Tanugim is the gift, is the matana, and how can a person reach the Ira Ilah on his own? You know what I'm saying? That was to be discussed in that.
According to that, so Ira is also after the Avo B'Tanugim, Ira is also something which is normal in that scheme. Oh, you're right. So that's something that I have to still get off. Hopefully, I'll remember something.
Well, thank you.
I'll get that.
If somebody is not the Avo B'Tanugim, but he's studying Torah, studying Chassidus, is this called also the
Okay. Yeah, the simple meaning again. I don't think he's taking away from the simple meaning. The simple meaning, Ma'odei Isa is also higher than a tefillah, but he wants to do the ultimate expression. I think learning Torah Bichlal is also the higher than tefillah. That's what it says in the Maya. But in that gufa, he says there's a higher way of that's expressed. Limud Torah Stam is also called Ma'odei Isa. When he says the ultimate expression of Ma'odei Isa is Pnimis HaTorah, Etzem HaNeshama, V'Tanugi. That's what's mashmei. Again, don't forget, Omo, all the Omo is the Avodah. Let's see how he explains it. Based on Legas and now the Yaakov Yisrael, so these two Madrigas spoke to Yaakov Yisrael. Hey, Avodah the Chayil, Avodah the Shabbos. Really, these two types of Avodah Hashem, we experience the difference between Moshe Chayil, the weekdays, the days of the week, and Shabbos. In the Sheish on Tavod, the 6th day of the week, Sheish on Pasuk says Tavod like Avodas Eved, Yaakov Avdi, Avodas Aneshama, Leval Saks Nashavamish, Shazel Bavoida Vigia Kanal Zepnis Yaakov Avdi. That's the Omol of Yaakov Avdi. Omol Vigia Bavoida. Omnam Shabbos Pnes Yisrael. Shabbos is the Madrig of Yisrael. Behind the tiny Shabbos of the Kus. Shabbos is the time of Tainug. That's when we have the delight and Tainug. Shekoso v'koasa Shabbos Einig. It's a pasuk Nishaya. Koso Shabbos Einig. Shabbos is the time of Einig. Another pasuk says, "Tis Anag Alavai." It says, "In Tashem what's the lashon? Tashem Shabbos."
Tashem Shabbat Agrecha Chatzot Chapasecha Yom Kodesh V'Korot Neshavot Nekdushme.
Shemachovat Os Tis Anag Alavai. Yeah, Lesh Hashem. Os Tis Anag Alavai. So the end of the pasuk is Os Tis Anag Alavai. Alavai. Zer Inyan Neshama Disera. The Shabbos is Pnes Yisrael. The Neshama Disera, that's the Madriga of Yisrael. Misha Torah B'Erev Shabbos Echel B'Shabbos. How do we reach that Madriga of Shabbos? Only Misha Torah B'Erev Shabbos. After the Avodah of Erev Shabbos of the Mesa Chayil, only then do we get the pleasure, the light of Shabbos. The Avodah of Shabbos is Schar Neshamas. The Avodah of Shabbos is like the Schar Neshamas get for the Avodah Mesa Chayil. Like, oh, the Abba B'Tanugim, exactly what you said. The Abba B'Tanugim, Zash Nesnim L'mayro. Shal Zen Nem Abayas Matonet and Iskul Nasim, because of Seif Shulven. Like Tanya says, this Abba B'Tanugim is something we get as a reward, as a present L'mayro to reach this Abba. Ku'uka Shayesh Avayda B'Shesh Mesachayil, into Sinoshtavis, Oz Noisim L'mayro, P'nes Abba Anal. Again, so this Abba, this higher Madrega, Abba B'Tanugim, that's something that we get as a present milmail, matana milmail, as a reward for our bait. So okay, so if to summarize the Maimer, he described the way Avodas Hashem works. The Yaakov Nisol, the Yaakov is the regal Shem Neshama and Haran, and Nisol is the Shama Datzil, it's even higher, the Etzem and the Shama, and then Avodas Hashem, like we just finished, the Avodas Hashem, the union of Spira and Shabbamis, and the and that's the Yaakov Nisol, and that's Chol and Shabbos. There, tells Yaakov Yes. Now, now he's going back to our post. The Mama started with, according to all these concepts that we just described. Now we have a Chiddush Pshat in the post. The Mama started, Ela tells Yaakov Yes. What does it say? Yosef, what's the title about Yosef? Yosef Shemoisif Tainog v'Nachasor l'Chonav Yisborach. Yosef here means the addition of Tainog v'Nachasor the Ebershter. That's what Yosef is Maramis. Lies Machan l'Shifter, because he is like a dwelling place for the Ebershter's Ashor, the Ebershter's Shifter. Lies idea b'Tachtei. To make the world in Dira B'Tachtonim, because of the Seder Baramaschi Rahim Miketza Aleph. I think it means in Tera'el. Tera'el describes on the end of over the Seder Baramaschi describes that the avoid of Yosef is least like the Tachtonim. Why? Ki Yosef, who can see say the tzaddik is said Olam says Al Pi Kabbalah Yosef is the madrega of Yesod, the sphere of Yesod, which is the Yesod means foundation. The Yesod mamshav shosh makar dachul. Yesod, the foundation, which is also the Midas Yesod, is like the conduit to which everything reaches this world. Shosham Gara the Kula. That's the source of everything. Am Shocha Zui b'Shabbos. When is this Am Shocha Nimsha?
Why is Yosef Yesod?
Why? I don't even say why. I mean, we know that Yosef is Yesod, but exactly. I don't even say the word why. It says in a few ways that Yosef is Yesod. First of all, like the Nisayon with Yosef by Tifa is connected to Yesod, and the word Yosef may be a sofer. Yesod is something which is an addition. Yesod is the extension. There's a few remarks on how Yosef is Yesod, but that's not. Yosef called a tzaddik. Yesod is tzaddik. There's a lot of statements in Kabbalah that say that Yosef is Yesod. There's something when you mean the word why, it's like we say why. When you say why is Avam Chesed, it's not why. The fact is Avam is Chesed because Avam was Isha Chesed, right? So the same thing. Yosef.
Zana once told me, for us is Yosef at Tzaddik. I'll give him mention Essen, look for him at Tzaddik.
Really? Okay, that's also true. But that's not his say. It says that Yosef is Echo. He fed everybody. Okay, so he's a tzaddik. That's true too. But in Kabbalah,
Hu Hamashbir.
Hamashbir Bo.
Hu Hamashbir.
Yeah, Hu Hamashbir Bo. Yeah, true. by Chalkel. Yeah, that's that, but that's tzaddik. That's not Yisod. But okay, going into like Kabbalah symbols that in the world of Kabbalah, it's known that Yosef is Yisod. But I'm saying the most obvious thing is because he had the Nisoy, Teishes Potiphar, Shmiras HaYisod, Shmiras HaBris. That's the most obvious connection of Yosef to Yisod. But there's more, I guess. You could look up. He's also called Tzaddik because he withstood the Nisoy invitation Potiphar. What I think there's more. I don't remember now. There's more. Probably the Muslim that way of Yosef, just Muhammad Yisod.
Tzaddik Yesod Olam.
Yeah, exactly. That's what he says. Tzaddik Yisod Olam. So Yosef was a tzaddik. That's the Yisod. Okay. Yisod mamshich. So one of the functions of Yisod, Yisod is the last sphere before Malchus, is the lowest of the Chelek HaMashpia of the spheres. Malchus is already the Makabel. So Yisod is that aspect of all the spheres, of all the, let's say, Nefesh, all the Kochas HaNefesh, that aspect that is the ultimate Memutza, the conduit to which everything is moved into the world of Makabel, of Malchus. Let's say, and when we speak of Malchus, the Elam HaDibur, speech. So in order to reach the level of speech, person's koiches, seichel, and midas, they all have to concentrate, and then to his side, to the middle of his side, is the last sphere. That is the conduit to which all the spheres, all the koiches reach the Malchus, which is the Makabel. So that's Shor Shamakaya the Chula. So in that way, Yisod is also connected to the Shor the Kula. Also, if you remember, there's the Kavah Tzoy. Yisod is Kavah Tzoy. The Kavah Tzoy is Das Tiferes Yisod. So Yisod is the Kavah Tzoy, so it also reaches very high, to tiny. A lot of a Muslim like that describe how the sphere of Yisod represents this Amshach of the Etzem. When do we experience that Amshach Milamayla, which is called Yisod, the Amshach of the time of Shamayla? That's the After Shabbos. It says in the After of, I think it's the After of Parshas HaChedesh. It's a pasuk in Yechezkel. Shar Chotzer Pnimis Yesogo Sheichet Yimei HaMaaseh. The gate of the inner yard. Chotzer Pnimis means the Pnimis Ataynu. Sogo Sheichet Yimei HaMaaseh. So the rest of the week it's closed. B'yem HaShabbos Yipateach. When is the Shar Chotzer Pnimis open? Dafke Yem HaShabbos, which means Shebeshabbos Oz Meifus Pnimis V'atzis. So that's number one. So we know that Shabbos is the time of the Gil of Yosef. But how do we reach it out there? Like we just said, how do we reach this Madreg of Pnimius? Only through to the Agdom of the Aveda Meyachel. Zel Eile Teildis Yaakov. We just described earlier that Yaakov is Yaakov Avdi. Yaakov represented the Aveda of Meyachel. But the Teildis Yaakov, the results, the results of Yaakov, that is the Aveda the Yaakov, Zo Yosef. What is the result? What is the Teildis of Yaakov Yosef? Because Teisvus Tzayir Hanim Shal B'Shabbos. So that is the Remez Eilo Teildis Yaakov Yosef. So that answered the question. Remember, at the beginning of the Maimer, I asked the question. A very good shot. The mind must get Yosef. I say, it's Yaakov Yosef. Yeah, Yaakov had 12 children. What's Yaakov? It's Yaakov Yosef. That's a question of Pshat, obviously. It has an answer. But here, of the Chassidus, it says, the Rebbe said, Yosef, according to what we learned in the Maimer, Eila Teildis Yaakov, what are the results of the avoid of Yaakov? Avdi, the avoid of Yimei, the avoid of the bit of the idea of the Nefesh Abamis, Amal Sicha. What is the result? Yosef. Yosef is a Teisvus, a Tainug, which happens on Shabbos. Okay, the other question was, that said in the beginning of the Maimer, another question, Manege Mispar Shneise. What's the first one? Elter Yaakov Yosef ben 17 Shana. Why do we need to know his age? The Chumash talks very little about age of people. Mitamol Yosef ben 17 Shana. Why it's Nege his age? He says that's also an emes. Yosef ben 17 Shana Indian Toiv. 17 is begematria Toiv. Toiv lo'ides la'havaya shir the Shabbos. Mizmar shir liyom haShabbos. What is the song we sing at Shabbos? Toiv lo'ides la'havaya. Again, the words Mizmar shir liyom haShabbos, that's sort of like the heading. There's the description. But the Mizmar itself starts with the words Toiv. Toiv lo'ides la'Hashem. So Toiv is a remez on Shabbos. So that's Shvayis is a remez. It's a thing remez on Shabbos. Tabash is a first Gila Gonus, then is another, the Indian of Toiv, he says it's another remez. It says in Postuk, Vayar lekim etzareh kitoiv, Vayar lekim benar l'chalish l'sarash, it says, what is el kitoiv? Shein ha'olam, l'shtamash bo, gon ze lo osid lo, it's the el Gonus, it's not stam oil that we can relate to, it's a higher level of oil, which is Eragonus. So that is Kitoiv. Elokim Asher Kitoiv. So Toiv is Maramis. Again, so number one, the Toiv, the Shvaz is Maramis of Toiv Leid is the Havaya of Shabbos. What does Toiv mean? Eragonus. The Agam, the Bechol, Gamken, B'Tuva Mechadish. Every day it says B'Tuva Mechadish, B'Chol Yom Talmud Masim. So do you have Toiv every day? Shekos Alamas Pasha Semer. So the Indian of Toiv, the Eragonus, is exists. And is drawn into this world every day. All year. In a zel be'el. But during the week it's be'elim. It's hidden, the toiv. But Shabbos we have Gilead. Shabbos we have the toiv, latest Havaya, the Gilead of the toiv, the Gilead of the Eragonus. Now, the other question, another question was in the beginning of the Bible. It says, the next passage says, the soil of Yosef Mikol Bonah. The question was in the beginning of the Bible, starts calling him Yaakov, all of a sudden it's Yisrael. Why do we jump from Yaakov to Yisrael? So he says, no, that's all, this dilemma is also here. But Zeo, Shama Hakach, the Yisrael of Yosef. I know Shabbos Madagad Yisrael. It does describe in the Maimon the difference between Yaakov and Yisrael. Yaakov is the avoid of Avdi. That's the avoid of Bir and Shabbos. Amal Sich. Mashenk in Yisrael. That's Viroish and also Shir Keil. That's the timing of Shabbos. That's why at Yosef and Shvaz Hashanah, when the result of Yaakov, the Tolus Yaakov, the result of Yaakov's avoid, the result of the avoid of Sabiru from Yisrael. Is the Yosef, the timing of Shabbos, the Mele, the soil, he reached the Madrig of his soul. Okay, obviously it's all a muzzle, but it fits. There, I don't have this Yaakov Yosef, so he just summarizes this, what we just said, in one sentence. There, there's a Yaakov is Yaakov Avdi. Yaakov is the Madrig of Yaakov Avdi, the Evet, the Omal, the Amal Sicha, the Omal, the effort of Bir and Shabbamis, but tell this Shaloi, and its result of Pinas Yosef, or Yosef, that's Yosef, Pinas Teisvus, like we said, Yosef must be Teisvus, and Nimshah B'Shabbat, Pinas Yisrael. Zeo, Yisrael, Ohav, it's also moments the Lashon Yisrael, Ohav is Yosef. What Ohav mean? Ohav means Pinas Ava now. Means the Ava of Ava Betanugim, there's no Madrig of Yisrael. So the point is that these two psukim are maramis of this entire description that he said before, the Avodas Hashem. All right, now, I guess we're going to start, not that much time left, but we'll start the Maimer again, page 4. That way, maybe we'll understand better. Again, you just as the answers to go back to the question. Page Kuvov, so we have, like I said, 3 questions. Number one, first of all, when he talks about Toldos, the offspring of Yaakov, why are you mentioning only Yosef? Since it says these are the offspring of Yaakov, you should give a list of all the 12 children. Why is he only mentioning Yosef? That's question number one. Number two, why we all of a sudden need to know his age? Then the third question is, it says, V'soilo, beginning of the Pasuk, the Parsha, he calls him Yaakov, that is Yaakov. All of a sudden, the next Pasuk, his name changes from Yaakov to Yisrael. So what is the meaning of this? So these are the three basic questions they ask in my opinion. So again, we're going back to repeat the same thing. So he brings in the basic, the Chassidus says, the Yaakov is Saul and Beis Madriga Shabbat. Going back to the way it is in our own experience, every neshama has two levels. One is called Yaakov, and one is called Yisrael. Yaakov, Yud Akev. The word Yaakov is made up of two parts. Yud, the Yud, the sense is the point, dot, and Akev. The key point is it's Akev, it's the heel. It's the lowest part of the body. Akev, the heel. What's
the Yud?
What?
What's the Yud? The Yud.
In our mind, it doesn't explain what the Yud is. In other places, it says the Yud is the Shama, the Yud is the Bittul. There's a few ways to explain the Yud. The Russian Kocha Yas, there's a few ways to explain the Yud. He's not translating the Yud, it's more the Eikev. It's so Leo, also in the soul, it doesn't say what Li. Roish. It's Eikev versus Roish, the heel versus the head. The Yud in our mind doesn't talk about it. Some Amorim, there's a lot of explanation. Sometimes it says even that the Yud, Eikev, to Eikev is not sure the Yud. The Yud is that. There's a lot of ways to explain the Yud. Let's talk about it. The head, like we said, so there's the head and the foot. The highest and the lowest madrigas in the Shom. Yaakov is Sor and Yaakov. Sor is the highest, the Roish. Yaakov is the lowest, the Eikev, the heel, the Rekev. In a Yadua, the Loikal and Shom is Lapsh Beguf. It starts from the very beginning. If Loikal and the Shom is Lapsh Beguf, not the entire Neshama of is invested in the body. The etzem and the shama in the beginning of Slapsh Beguf, because the etzem and the shama, the essence of the shama, it's not shaykh, it's above the gather of his Slapsh Beguf. It's not shaykh to relate to the body. That's from the shama's perspective. The haguf, and also from the guf's perspective, haguf ain't a kli. He's not ain't a be'erach. He's not. He's too megushim to achlas etzem and the shama. Why? The inner is slapshus pnimi. Slapshus means when you say something velubosh, something is clothed, invested, it means pnimi. It's very internalized. Kind of as gilu. So he express itself, velubosh. Masham, ve'etzem and shama ain't a gilu. It's another point. Etzem and shama bechlal is above the gather of gilu. It can never be reached. Tzad sheni v'aguf efshar shiyochel. The goof can never contain such a high gilui of the neshama. He just said the neshama is not even beget a gilui, but lo yitzur, the neshama will be misgali, the goof cannot contain. So meila masham is slavish beguf, who raka os and the neshama, os and mitzvahs neshama. It's only a radiance, a ray from the mitzvahs. It's interesting the expression miktsas. It's like a little bit off, not the full thing, only something which is small in the shama. So that's the difference with so that's generally the difference in the etzem and the shama and the what do you call it? And the horas and the shama. The horas and the shama is the slavish beguf. Okay, we'll start here. continue. That's a short subject.
Thank you.
Tomorrow. Okay.